We're talking if we did surrogacy for all three, almost $1 million of children.
So the metric system is the biggest reason why you guys get in fight.
I harass him every day in the most loving way possible. Let's trick an Italian and make him disgusting pizzas. I did not wreck the home.
In Ukraine, if you kiss, you move in together.
The pickup line was,
What is the secret of the internet?
What was his response?
what's wrong with you?
Do you slap? No, I refrain myself from slapping.
Welcome guys, my name is Art. Today I'm with
Sidney.
And Giacomo.
They're a gay couple. They are married, and I thought it's going to be very interesting. For the first time in history of our podcast that has only 8 episodes, we have actually gay couple who is married, and they're going to proceed to do adoption. So I have a lot of questions for them. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe to this channel, and don't forget to follow them on Instagram and YouTube. You guys have TikTok as well. Mm-hmm. I'll put the link in the description. So I'm going to get right into this. Okay? I want to know, guys, how did you meet? Like, both of you. It's a gay story, love story. How was it?
I'm going to tell the story because you always give the short version.
Curious.
So I used to coach CrossFit, and he was at the gym. It's his gym, though, as we've defined in the story.
That's iconic.
Yes.
Okay.
But I was a coach, and he was always in the front, didn't know he was gay, didn't talk to anybody. And one day, a friend of mine found him on Instagram with a guy, like, very close, very intimate. And so I left work to go to his class to see if he was getting hit on him, assuming he was single.
So you did it on purpose?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, I had a plan. I had an agenda.
Okay.
So I show up to class, and the pickup line was,
What is the secret of the internet?
Okay, that's very deep.
it was very deep.
That's very deep. So how did you come up with this?
Because I was told he was getting a PhD in computer science.
Okay, that makes sense.
I didn't know what that meant.
Okay.
So I thought internet, and what else can I say?
What was his response?
What's wrong with you?
What's wrong with you? Really? That's what you said?
It was more like, can we work out now? Because we were in the middle of a workout, like the strength portion. So we had time, but he was like, the barbell's over there.
So you're like felt embarrassed?
I was so confused. I was like, maybe this like something lost in translation. I'm not understanding the slang here. I haven't been in this country long enough. I was so confused. And no, it was just as bad as it sounded.
Yeah.
But the joke's on him.
How did you feel? Like, did you feel like, oh my gosh, I'm never going to talk to this guy again? Or
no, I was a coach. So like I could talk to anybody. I could just walk away and come back. But I proceeded then to, I think I got your number somehow.
Yeah, I don't remember how you got my number, but we were like,
I got it.
We made plans to like have like dinner or like breakfast or something like that, and yeah, I became single. So.
Wait, so you inspired him become single?
Yeah, completely unrelated.
I did not wreck the home.
Okay. So you're not a home wrecker.
He didn't.
Okay,
No, he
all
didn't.
right. You became single.
I became single, and then we started getting dinners. And then we were like, okay, maybe we're a little more than friends.
Okay. How long did you guys took you to understand that you're a little more than friends?
Like 3-4 months.
Okay. That's pretty like American.
He helped me move into my house, and then he decided he wanted to stay in the house.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. I have a question because you're from Italy. Mm-hmm. How does it work in Italy? Because in Ukraine, if you kiss, you move in together. In Italy, like, is it the same way or?
So I would say traditionally in Italy, you move in together after you get married.
Oh, really?
So like that's what my parents did. So you live with your parents until you're ready to get married, and then that's what like the tradition is. Obviously, like now people are moving in before they get married.
And gay couple the same way, like they don't move?
I'm not super sure. I wasn't like out when I was in Italy.
That's interesting.
So I haven't really had that much experience over there. But yeah, I would say that probably gay couples like move in together.
Makes sense. So you guys started going on the dates and you got married, right? 2 years after you started dating. This is pretty quick. I think maybe correct me in the comments if you don't think it's quick, but who did offer who? Like, did you guys just felt like you're both ready?
We talked about it for a while. I mean, it was a discussion of like, what would our future look like? Do you want kids? And everything we wanted was aligned. And so one day, because there's a layer when you're dating somebody from a different country that doesn't have American citizenship.
I'm aware of this one.
Yeah. So I met with an immigration attorney just to learn more about the green card process, and it kind of was overwhelming. So then at that point, I decided to propose like 4 days later, Well, I was going to propose. I had the ring already, but my plans shifted because his parents are coming in from Italy, and we decided, we were going to, no, we didn't decide anything. I decided I was going to propose to him when they were in town.
Got it. Okay, that's cute.
That changed.
It's funny, like I got green card without my boyfriend, but I did talk to him about it, and it was one of his first questions. So, are you here legally? What are you doing?
Well, let's just clarify. I was here on a student visa.
Okay.
I wasn't I'm here. I was here legally. I had no problem staying in the country because I was on a student visa. But obviously, like marriage is one way to get a green card.
Yeah.
I did have other options.
Yes.
But
You made it very clear when we started dating. He was like, I don't need you. I'm going to have a PhD. They're going to want me to stay here. Right. I was like, okay.
Yeah, that's like, because I was like, I asked my boyfriend, I was like, well, if you didn't have a documents, it's like, I would have like questioned, are you dating me for like documents? Or I was like, no, I don't need you. Like, go away. And a lot of people in my comments still think that I like got married from him green card. Or I was like, no. Like, I got it by myself. Like, I don't need you. But if you can get married, go ahead. Especially now, do this. You guys you proposed, you said yes. Did you expect or it was a surprise?
it was a total surprise. That weekend, I was actually super mad at him because he was nervous and about proposing and stuff. So he was acting weird. So he proposed on a Sunday night. Saturday morning, I wake up. He's not in bed. The car is gone. No text. And I was like, I guess now I have a house and 2 dogs and a mortgage. And
So you thought he left you?
No, I was like, he must be somewhere.
Oh, okay.
And he was just at the gym. But like, I would have liked a text. Like, don't wake me up. That would have pissed me off more. But just like, let me know that you didn't just.
You see, I would be just like you. Like, isn't it so hard to send me a text?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Maybe someone kidnapped you. Like,
Exactly.
I don't
Are
know.
you dead in a ditch somewhere? Like,
Like, you don't respond to me 10 minutes, I'm afraid. Okay, that's a little bit of a red flag. But, okay, and where did you get married?
Well, the story actually gets better.
okay.
Because the next day,
Okay.
in the morning, I did the same thing. I disappeared again.
Why?
Because I had to go do stuff for the gym, and I was just nervous, and I forgot. I was like, I'm getting out of here. The ring is in my pocket. I'm going to go do things. And
Okay.
it didn't even cross my mind.
And what happened?
I proposed that night.
Okay. And you said yes. Did you do anything special like roses or stuff like this?
So at the time, I was doing Instagram for my company, and I brought my friend over who does helps with our marketing, and we did a whole pizza night. Like let's trick an Italian and make him disgusting pizzas and blindfold him. So on the pizza was "Will you marry me?" that I made.
Interesting. Just coming back a little bit for the green card part. That didn't ever cross you like, okay, like are we like what it's like to date like European? Did it ever cross your mind that like are you ready for it? Because it's a little different than just like marrying American. You know,
Right.
it's so much easier to marry just American. Did you had any like how is like his family gonna react to you? Because I think in Italy they're more conservative, right? They have like, or you were like, I just love him, I don't care.
Yes, I love him. I didn't care, but I knew I wanted to ask his parents. I just assumed that was the right thing to do. So I had to FaceTime his sister because
Okay.
she speaks the best English.
Okay.
She then had to interpret for me over FaceTime with both of his parents, me asking them if it was okay if I could marry their son.
Oh my gosh! And
Yeah.
what was their reaction?
It took an hour.
Okay.
But his mom, they both said they were obviously for it, but she was like, but Giacomo's still in school, so what if he wants to move out of Pittsburgh? Because I can't leave because I own my company. And I was like, well, that's a good point, but not the answer I expected. I was hoping for just a yes.
Very Italian.
Yes. But it came with, like, I thought it was valid.
Yeah. No, it's a good point. So you guys engaged. Where did you get married?
We got married on the rooftop of a hotel in Pittsburgh.
Did you have to all your family came in or?
Yeah, we planned it so that my family was gonna be in town. Sydney mostly whipped it up pretty quickly. About
What the catch is.
the catch is there a catch?
Yeah. We got married 3 weeks later.
Right.
Okay.
So he had to do everything just because my family was coming, so it was just easier to do it this way. So,
Interesting. So you were like proposed, and 3 weeks later you got married.
yeah.
Okay.
Sydney has a lot of contacts in the food industry in Pittsburgh, so he was able to
That
pull
was
it off.
that's iconic. You really didn't wait. A lot of people who are watching like are not married. So what's like the biggest catch? Like what did surprise you about gay marriage? Is there anything that surprised you that very specific to gay people?
I think for us it was easy just because at that point we're already living together. I think the biggest surprise for me was just becoming a content creator by accident, was that how not normal it was. Because for us just kind of was organic, it flowed. But people are like, oh, I would love to have that. That's like, is that realistic for me? And I'm like, well, yeah, I'm living it. Putting myself in those shoes is just different, I guess.
Yeah, it's not everyone can experience.
Yeah.
You just kind of get used to life like this. And
Yeah, it's just two people understanding life together and figuring out what that means, having good communication, and also just being able to laugh every day and not take life too seriously.
Okay, no, I agree. You said you accidentally became content creator. How did you become content creator? What happened?
Well, my Italian husband,
Okay.
I learned about Gen Z conversation.
Okay.
Like,
Oh.
you know, like things slap. And
Okay.
I know what that meant, and I actually still know what it means. But one of my friends, she's younger, and she was like, those are the only words she uses are this whole vocabulary that I don't know.
Okay.
So I made a video for her of him in the closet, and I asked him, what did I ask you?
Do you slap? It was just this simple.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he was like, so, G, do you slap? And I just said, no, I refrain myself from slapping. And he posted the video on TikTok.
I on TikTok 3 months later, just because I was bored and wanted to post something on my personal TikTok, and it just took off. So then Sidney and G, I think I came home that night and I was like, we should change the name and just see what happens with it. And I posted on Instagram, and it just kept going and going.
Did you have any like gay couple who inspired you doing it? Like, do you guys watch YouTube or?
I had no inspiration. It was an accident for me. But you,
I mean, I would say I know of other couples, like I knew of Michael and Matt, PJ and Thomas, but I wouldn't say that they inspired me to become a content creator. I feel like it was you posting that video and then coming home and telling me we're content creators.
Okay.
And I'm like, okay.
and he knew about you too. Like everybody who comes across it on a feed, I'll ask if he knows them, and he typically has been following them before we even started.
Interesting.
So like he told me about you before I saw anything.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And then, so you said that there was weird for you that people did not understand your life, right? Do you have like a lot of hate comments that are like, because I do have a lot.
Yes.
Especially when it goes to like random country. Like if it goes to very randomly to like somewhere where it's not even legal, good luck. I I used to not close comments, but Instagram had this multiple times this year. When my video will take off, it's gonna stop, and then it's gonna take off randomly, like 5 months later, in some random country, and all I see is like the USA should be nuked. Like this is the same, yeah. And I would have like tens of thousands of those, and multiple times. What I've noticed, they would report my other pictures, like right, and then I would like get like shadow banned for like account status. You're not recommended. So recently it happened to me. I was like, I just turned off my comments because it's just not worth, even if this video is gonna get more views. I just think it's not worth those views I don't need. I'd rather have 100,000 views than a 2 million, but like out of those 2 million from other country.
Yeah.
So did you witness like hate, or you were like pretty acceptable?
You were first.
I mean, I would say not to that level for sure. We did have some people commenting on like with not the best intentions.
Well, no, people at first were just like, the first category of hate was him being autistic, which is not a bad thing if he was or he wasn't. But people were just like assuming and just making comments in a negative way about it. So we had to navigate that at first. And then recently I've been the chunky one, which, sure, I'll be that person. I was like, I'm bulking right now. I can be chunky.
Yeah, I feel like also sometimes because you're putting part of your life out there, people feel like they can like say whatever they want about it. And sometimes it's not super nice, but I guess it's part of the game. And
I think people just entitled by saying, whatever they want. And I kind of like to ban people, like brutally ban, like if I don't like them. Majority of the time I wouldn't, but if someone tells something about my boyfriend, I would ban them. Like, I don't know. It's also like, just no energy for this anymore.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah,
You know
I
what I
agree.
mean?
Yeah, we
So-
tend to just like, oh, just ignore it and move on. But sometimes we're like, no, we should respond. And I was like, just depends how
Because
patient.
sometimes you just want to tell them and explain.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you just like inside and like you think that you have immunity, but you really don't have immunity. It's still mean. Like it's
Yeah.
still gonna get to you sometimes.
I will never miss an opportunity to do like one of those reply reels to the
Yeah.
mean comments.
That's good. Yeah.
Because like, why not? It starts a conversation, starts engagement, and also like, I need to have my moment.
yeah.
You know?
No, if it gives you closure, you go.
Yeah.
You know.
And now it's up in the corner in the whole entire reel.
Yeah, and I kind of think that it's good content. You know, good content.
Gets you some content.
Yeah.
It's good. It gives you an idea.
Do you think there is more like gay guys watching you or like girls? What's your audience?
Oh, our demographics 92% men.
92%.
Yes.
Okay, because there's two different types. You know, there's a bunch of gay guys who only watched by girls. Like Chris Olsen is a good example. I'm sure he has some
okay,
men,
good. Okay.
but like Nikki and Pierre, they only had girls in their comments, right? And there's some guys who just like watch. I have 93% men too, or 94 maybe, I don't know.
No, we're
Interesting.
men.
So-
I think one of the funny things, which is like we shouldn't stereotype, but we do a little bit. Like if a guy comes up to us with his girlfriend, he's like, "Oh, I love your content," and we expect most of them to be gay. I was like, "So are you telling us something? Is there a secret?"
Yeah. Wait, really? This happens? The guy
I
with
mean,
the girl?
they were with girls. We don't know
but like
the
some
relation.
presented a little more like maybe like they looked closer. Like I just assumed they were together.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, "Oh, you follow us?
Okay, cool.
Maybe."
You guys been together for years. When did you decide to like do adoption process?
We talked about having kids pretty early on in a relationship, so we knew we were on the same page, and we have some friends who started the adoption process before we did. So we also knew that some agencies won't work with you unless you've been married for at least 2 years.
Really, that's a thing?
Yeah.
Interesting.
So we knew that was also like part of the rush of getting married, kind of like get the timer started, because we're not getting any younger. I know.
No one does.
I know. How does that work?
Yeah.
But we were kind of like on the same page about it, and we wanted kids. And yeah, adoption, surrogacy, foster to adopt are like the main options. And I've always been a big proponent of adoption.
Can you adopt kid if you're a gay couple in Italy or no?
No.
Can you bring your kid to Italy if you're a gay couple?
Yes, so that's going to be a little tricky, and I don't know exactly how it's going to work. I hope that by
By the time you...
my being their parent, they'll have Italian citizenship. I'm just not sure how it's going to work with him because, like, I'm not sure if in Italy a kid can have two dads. So I'm a little afraid that for Italy, I'll be the only parent. But that's something that I will have to figure out with like a lawyer.
Interesting, because I know that the rules got, you know,
It's a bit of a like gray area. Like they were allowing, I think, I'm not sure, but I knew 2 women to be on the birth certificate.
Oh yeah. Now
And
they don't.
Now they started like actually redacting and just changing the birth certificates that they approved like years ago to just have one parent, and then the other parent would have to adopt the child.
I don't want to go too deep into this, but why Italy like this way? Is there any like?
That's a very good question. I feel like we all need I guess we need like a history professor for that. But
Yeah.
I feel like there's a lot of an influence from probably the church.
Religion.
Like having the Vatican right there, maybe. And it is a more conservative country.
It's because I kind of thought about them as open mind, because like fun, but then I was like, okay, that's not Italy, that's Spain. They're like more,
100%.
much more open
Laid
minded.
back. Oh, 100%. Yeah.
But when I was
Spain.
growing up, I had this wrong idea. I was like, oh, everyone is Italian, you know.
And they're all like,
yeah.
yeah. But also, I wanted to clarify, like, adopting a kid in Italy is also very difficult. So it's not possible for a gay couple, but also for straight couples, it's extremely difficult. So it's almost impossible for them.
It's kind of wild, right? They're making it hard, but then there's kids who just like sit there and
it
wait.
doesn't make any sense. But
Yeah, you guys, Italy should pick it up.
Do better.
I clocked you. I clocked you. Okay, so you guys, what process you're on right now? Like, are you almost done, or are you excited? Are you nervous?
We're done. I mean, we're
Oh my
waiting,
gosh, really?
we're waiting for a mother to pick us now. We're in a book We have a YouTube video up through the adoption agency.
Okay.
So once the mother decides we're the right one for their child, we'll get the call, which I'm manifesting this month. And then
Manifesting for you.
who knows when? It could be like be at the hospital
So
tomorrow.
you have no idea who's gonna be this kid.
No.
And you don't know how old they're gonna be.
There'll be an infant.
An infant.
Yeah, but we
Okay.
do there's a full comprehensive background thing they do in terms of race preference, drug use for the mother, medical history with the mother, and there's also a full component of transracial adoption. So like if we were to adopt an African American baby, we have a responsibility as the parents to integrate ourselves into the African American community, at least to educate the
Interesting.
child.
Oh my gosh, interesting.
And with Italy being Italy, probably two white men with a African American child will not
not
be a good
work,
fit
yeah.
for the child too. Like to make
No,
that,
I completely see it where
Yeah.
it comes from. Yeah.
but very nervous.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very nervous.
Nervous, excited.
But you both ready, right? You have stable jobs. You have interesting. You
Yeah,
live in Pittsburgh.
Everything, I think on paper we're ready.
Yeah.
I think nobody is ready. And that's part of the fun of it.
I have many couples who have kids who are gay couples, and some of them like 10 years old, some of them just like very young. And it's very different in terms of like my Ukrainian friends couple, they have kids and they like one of the father's mother is always there kind of. So she does like mother figure. Then like my other American, friends, there's like they have all the family, but they also have nannies. How do you like plan? Do you plan like nannies? Like do you, because I'm always afraid like would I leave my kid with a nanny? Do you like plan on getting help or like from any of your family or just first two of you?
Well, my parents live 3 minutes from us.
Oh,
so-
that's good.
and we, my parents they started a family company. Now I own it.
Oh,
so my
nice.
dad's retired. My mom is thinking about it. Not going to happen though. But they're 3 minutes away. So we always have help. But he works from home and now I have my own schedule. So we have a lot of flexibility. And the daycare we chose is next to my office.
So you have everything set up.
Yeah, we're ready to go.
Nice. And it's going to be like 2 months old baby or like 1 month old baby.
Like fresh from the mom.
Like 3 year weeks
Like
old.
we'll be in the hospital
Oh my
when
gosh.
she's delivering the baby.
That's wild.
Yeah.
How does it work in terms of like never gonna happen, obviously there is like legality, but like how does it work if this mother like one day doesn't wake up, I want my baby back? Like did you have this fears?
So,
or if she
yeah.
comes back 20 years later, the baby got an Oscar, it's like I'm your real mama.
Right. So there's definitely a legal aspect, and the adoption agency like helps us with that.
Yeah.
The rules depend on the state that the birth parents are in. So in some states they have more time to just think back and just decide that no, they don't want to give out the baby for adoption. But now adoptions are open adoptions, which basically just means that the kid knows that they have a birth mother. So it's not, the idea is to avoid the like light bulb moment where the kid realizes that they're adopted. So that's how we're planning on raising the kid.
So you're just gonna tell-
They'll know.
Yeah,
They'll know from the get-go. So the mother will be somewhat involved when the parents, the birth parents, to their liking, obviously. And there's going to be boundaries and everything. But so that's how we're going to try to handle.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
Unconventional, but there's no one way to make a family.
Yeah, but also like I mean, I guess if you did the surrogacy, right, it's a little different because then they
Yeah,
don't
with the
have-
surrogacy, sorry, here.
No, you're fine. It's like, give me the mic. Well, the surrogacy is like $250,000.
Yeah.
And that's a huge investment. It's a lot of uncertainty on top of investing the money.
You don't know what mother is gonna do
No.
during like carrying it.
No, and he wants 3 kids, I want 2 kids.
Okay, so
So-
you want a lot, yeah.
We're talking, if we did surrogacy for all 3, almost $1 million of children. And so we just, I mean, like you said, there's no way to start there's no one way to start a family these days. So.
I think there are some companies that right now like help you, like corporations.
Yeah.
At least for now with like surrogacy, but not a lot of those. They're like co-sponsor. I know a couple of my friends. They said that they're co-sponsor. That's why they want to stay in this company.
Okay.
So you know what I mean?
Yeah. Like some insurance plans also will help out. I don't know.
Like
I
pay
need to check.
50% for it or something like that.
Yeah,
So
or like up to $10,000.
But it is
something like that.
expensive.
Oh, recently my mom was like, Sydney, so why didn't you choose that route again? I was like, well, if you want to pay for it, then we'll do it. And she backed off after that.
How was your coming out story, like coming out experience? Was it easy for you?
For me, yes, because I grew up in Pittsburgh.
It's liberal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I came out to my parents when I was 18 because I wanted to just figure out life, but not my friends. And then I went to college, then came out to my friends when I was 24, and then had my gay slut phase 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
How many years?
A slut phase?
For how many years? Yeah.
Is it still going? No, I'm kidding. I guess until I met you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Yeah. What about you? Because Italian experience
Right.
a little bit
Yeah.
different.
I think-
How was it coming out in Italy?
Coming out, like the moment, it was pretty easy. My family was very accepting, so it went great. It was like the best way it could go. Leading up to it was very difficult. I came out in my late 20s to my family, and yeah, there was a lot of like, there were many obstacles, mostly like psychological. They were all like about me, not about like my parents giving me like signs that they would not accept me, because they obviously did accept me. But yeah, like you hear things like, you see a gay couple and people say, oh, it's that guy and his friend.
Oh, okay.
As like not even say husband or like boyfriend.
Roommate.
It's like taboo.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's like,
I heard
oh,
it's
he's
a lot of DL guys in Italy. Like that,
so many.
that they're all like hot, masculine, and DL.
I don't know about the hot and muscular.
Not hot, not
But
masculine, but DL.
So many DLs. So yeah, I agree. Comparing to like America,
Yeah.
a lot more.
So
Or,
it's like Grindr is always blank profiles.
it's a grid of blank profiles, yes, and a lot of them. Not a lot of them. I don't know percentages. I never. I'm a data scientist, but I don't. That's not what I do. So many people with girlfriends.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
So they cheat.
Very DL.
Oh
yeah.
my God. What was your comment?
Well, here's my theory. If I was single in Italy,
Yeah.
it would be on Grindr, living with my parents, waiting until they were leaving work, and then schedule my hookup, and then they would have to leave, and then I have to be straight again. I feel like that's probably the mentality, because everybody around like the dating age is at home with their parents.
Really?
So when you
because
find
they have to
time-
live together, right? In Italy, they live with the parents till like they're 35 or 30.
Yeah. Also, I want to say like this could be different, like in a big city like Rome and Milan.
Yeah.
I'm assuming there's going to be like people are more open-minded and all that. But yeah, I think if you go outside of these big cities,
And they both live with parents, so no one
So,
can host.
exactly.
So where
So
do you
how
go?
does that work?
I bet the Steamworks
Cars.
thrive in there.
Cars.
Do they have like gay clubs and stuff, right?
In my hometown, not that I know of.
But like Rome, Milan.
Milan, Rome, you're fine.
So you guys like been together for 4 years. What's the hardest thing you have to agree on? Like when I talk to my boyfriend, the biggest fights we have about like the stupid stuff, like what's the size of Manhattan? How many people live here? It's like 6 million. No, I said 2 million. No, it cannot be 2 million. It's 6 million. I will get in fight because of small things. And then of course, like sometimes cleaning and stuff like this. It's like, why you didn't take off the trash? What's like the most common for you, would you say, not agreeing?
Are you ready for this?
Yeah, tell us.
I'm outnumbered here.
Okay.
The metric system.
The metric system.
With cooking and baking. We had our first almost like big fight over weighing things to bake a cake or something. And I was trying to use cups, and he was like, you have to use grams.
No.
It was
No. So in the US, there's two types of cups when you're baking. There's the liquid and the solid. And he was using the cups for the solids to measure liquids. And I told him that that's the wrong cup. And he would not understand it.
So the metric system is the biggest reason why you guys get in fight.
Not anymore, but
Yeah, no, you're getting used to the grams. You've seen the light. You're still struggling with Celsius, but I'm struggling with Fahrenheit.
yeah.
So
I think that, and also just we're different people. Like I'm type A, go. There's not 5 seconds until I find the couch and video games on the weekend. But like during the week, I don't schedule free time for myself. And he's more analytical, needs to think through things and process things. And understanding how that balance has been, I think, not a challenge, but just I have to slow down. And sometimes he needs to understand that I need to speed up.
What's your zodiac signs?
Scorpio.
Scorpio?
Libra.
Okay. My mother and father were Scorpio and Libra.
There you go.
Yeah.
Success.
All right. One advice you'd give to a gay couple who want to adopt?
Save up. And have a plan, think ahead, do your research, because it's a lengthy process. It's going to feel overwhelming, and that's okay. So don't get discouraged. But yeah, go ahead and do it.
I think once you start, commit to the process, and then once you're like waiting like we are, go travel, go plan as many things as you can because your life's about to change.
Yeah, so basically be a little slut first, travel first, fix everything you want, and then start kids. Not
said.
otherwise. Yeah.
Listen, the slut phase should never end.
Maybe. Yeah, you know what? Good for you.
I mean, embrace it. We're all human.
Yeah. No, I agree. Totally. I feel like straight people sometimes get married too fast, kids right away, and then they're like, okay, that's why we have 50% divorce rate.
Right,
You know what I mean? It's like,
Right.
you're kind of too fast, people. So I feel like gay people are better at like experiencing life and
Experiencing
traveling.
each other,
Yeah.
experiencing life.
Okay, straight people don't hate this.
Sorry.
Like, I did not come after you. You're great.
hate we were talking
We don't have a lot of those.
New demographic. Hi, everybody.
New demographic, please don't hate us. Okay, nice. So is there anything you were like also would say that you weren't prepared when there was an adoption?
Do your research ahead of time. That was definitely something that was slightly unexpected when we found out. There's also grants from some associations that can help you if you need help financially. So that's a part of like doing the research.
I think also like when you're looking at the breakdown of the fees, understand that like, sorry, American adoptions, but like everything costs something. So like if you want them to lift up a piece of paper up, it's $500. If you want to do this, it's $1,000. And it just is something you have to do. Like, for example, to make our video, we had to shoot everything and then we send it off. It was $2,000. I can tell you I could have made a better video at home myself. Like being a content creator, we have that advantage.
So you have to do it with them.
Right.
Oh my gosh, that's so interesting.
Right. Somebody else has to make your video, and at first they're like, you have to use your iPhone. And I was like, I have equipment, I can make a 4K video. I don't need that. And I had to tell the guy, I was like, I'm just gonna give you a Dropbox link.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's actually an interesting point.
I'm the
That
high maintenance one.
they are making you pay for everything.
Everything.
What's like secret? How do you guys get along?
I would say he touched up on it, but don't take life too seriously.
Okay, yeah.
Laugh about things. Do you have something to add?
Of course I do.
Don't take life. Okay.
There's like, you should be laughing every day. There's never a day I don't come home and like, I harass him every day in the most loving way possible. Or I'm singing, or I'm talking about something that has no relevance, but like pop culture things. Just like, there's always something new, and you really should be with your best friend because every day is going to keep coming, and like you have to entertain each other to an extent. And if you can't have that banter,
What's your favorite travel destination together? Is there any place you like to go together?
I think Paris.
Paris?
just Europe, anywhere in Europe.
Okay, cool. Not here, not Florida.
Nowhere in America. No,
No,
I mean,
right.
we love Americans, but like it's just cool. I mean, for me, a different culture, but
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah, and I like going back from time to time.
Okay.
the food's better.
The food is better, yeah, and clubs better people. I'm just kidding. Better clubs, better weather, better people. No, yeah, that's not the case. To each their own.
Where's your favorite place to go?
I like Amsterdam,
Okay.
and I know it's so random, I like Fort Lauderdale.
Florida.
I really like Fort Lauderdale. I don't know.
Now we have to go.
We just
have to go to Fort
It's
Lauderdale.
nothing about.
I've never been.
It's nothing. It's just like there is like one hotel there that I really love.
Okay.
And they already know us there. Like it's so cool, and I just love to be there because it's my favorite restaurant. I just know what to do, and it's not even gay area. It's just by the beach area. I don't know. I just like it there.
Well,
That's
next
it.
time you go, he's never been to Florida. I will tag along, and he can experience Florida.
Yeah.
Love it.
It's good. It's good. It's just if you like, some basic stuff. I'm not trying to call Florida
Giacomo,
basic.
perfect.
Not trying to call Florida basic. It's very beautiful. I'm just saying that it's not just like it's hotels and a beach and service and that's it. But same you can find in Spain. You know what I mean? Like for example, hot take. I was not impressed with Barcelona. Like I was like, I'll go to Fort Lauderdale over Barcelona.
Have you not seen the Cheetah Girls?
What is Cheetah Girls?
What?
I don't know what it is.
Oh my gosh! It's 4 girls that have growl power from Disney Channel, and they go to Barcelona for the second movie.
Interesting. I never seen it.
Oh my god! It was my childhood.
And we are going to Barcelona in December.
It is. I mean, it is beautiful. Maybe I spent there like too much. Like I spent there 6 days. Maybe it was too much. But I know people love it, and also I just didn't feel safe. My friend got there, and basically they were waiting by Airbnb. And what happens? There is a person, and it's him and his dad. And there's person comes out of nowhere and throws like mayo at them or something, and they're just standing there like this, and they're trying to like get it off. The person ran away, and then there is like random person who comes and gives them napkins, right? So random. It all happens in one moment. I know it sounds weird. Yeah. So by the time someone gave them napkin and mayo, they see there's no bags that they had. So, and it was like, when did I go? Last year in September, and it was very planned. Mm-hmm. Maybe I'm not great at talking specifics, but that was pretty much the situation. And they also have this thing, like when you have to hold your phone, there is like a trend on TikTok. So they put a rope to your phone, and they wrap around your, hand, because there's a lot of like people grab your phones. So that was like, be aware, and there is also like, there was movements against tourists in Barcelona, you know what I mean?
I did hear about that, yeah.
There is like a lot. Barcelona was one of my dream destinations ever, and I was like very excited, but I actually like Madrid a lot more. I felt like Madrid was good, but you'll definitely enjoy it. Just be aware of your surroundings, because here like people say, yeah, is it not like this in New York? Was like, not where I live in New York. I don't know, like in my neighborhood it's fine, like other neighborhoods I go, it's fine. I don't feel as not safe. There I was just walking, and he just told me this story, and I was just like, all these trends, watching it on TikTok. I was like, my phone, I'm like, please don't touch me, anyone, don't rob me, because police will not do anything. If like 3 15-year-old come to you and say, give us your phone, it's good when you're together, but also they're very open-minded people, they're like, I love the people, and food is so good. But
this story sounds like when we were going to Italy. My first time in Europe was with him in 2021.
Yeah.
And my mom was like, just when you're in Italy, be careful, they're going to toss babies at you, and then they're going to steal your money. And I was like, so we're going to get a kid for free.
Oh, sure.
And they can take my money. It's fine.
Yeah, no, that's a good point. Yeah, maybe you would have saved money.
Sorry.
I've never had a baby thrown at me from 26 years that I've lived in Italy.
I remember right now, whenever I was in Madrid, there's a lot of Ukrainian people there, and I heard someone speaking Ukrainian. I was like, and they legit said the words like, oh my gosh, look at them. They all hold their phones just like they did here in Madrid. Like in Barcelona, the phone would be gone. And they said it in Ukrainian, and I was just like walking by. I was like, oh, interesting. So, but yeah, I like Madrid more. Recommend, and Fort Lauderdale. Okay. So yeah, anyways guys, smash the like button. I will definitely leave your Instagram down below. Thank you so much for coming. Follow my Instagram and YouTube. If you did not follow us, it's given betrayal, it's shade, and you guys enjoy New York. Maybe you'll come back next time and you'll give us update what it's like to be 2 fathers in America.
Yeah.
Next time there's gonna be 3 of us.
That would be iconic. Look,
Yes.
Are you gonna like show baby on social media, or you're like, because some people are like, I don't want to show my baby.
Yeah. Well, the first 6 months of having baby, we can't legally, because it's not going to be our child yet. Mm-hmm. It's going to be like in like limbo.
Another legality we don't know.
Yeah. But after that, I think we're going to limit it, or maybe keep it for like our subscribers for then, and then maybe just play it by ear.
Yeah. No, I get it, because in Ukraine it's like, don't show your baby, don't take pictures, whatever. And then I was like, mom, like. Yeah, anyways, thank you so much.
Thank you.
You guys smash the like button and check out our social media, and hope you have a great day. Bye.
Ciao.
How many minutes do we have? Oh, that was great.